Hey ladies and gentlemen, today we're going to be reviewing the Wenzel Klondike tent. It's an old tent company, formed in 1887. But unfortunately, this is what the tent looks like this morning. Now, I'm going to share the upsides of the tent and the downsides. Number one, the upsides are, it's a big tent and it has a lot of square footage on the inside. So there's a lot of spacious room on the inside. However, this year I've seen this tent. Even before it rained yesterday, there's a little bit of rain. Nothing crazy. I mean, it just rained. I've seen this tent kind of blow over and fall over like this before. And it was set up properly, by the way. Mind you, this entire tent structurally was set up properly. You know, the spikes in the ground, the whole 9 yards, right? Everything, you know, tied in, roped in. Everything was set up properly. But unfortunately, the wind capacity of this tent is absolutely awful. So right here, as you can see, little man is picking it up. The pole right here, it actually split. So we taped it to make it work, and we lodged a stake in here, and that still didn't work. So the pole actually split, and I wish this tape was off so I could show you, but essentially the pole shard so that the plastic was sticking out at all angles. So that happened on one side. This is the front of the tent. It rained yesterday. Look at all this water. I don't know if you can see that, how well you can see that. I mean, the amount of water that is in here, it's a nightmare. 3 inches of water. I got all of our clothes wet, including a mattress that's completely soaked now that we hope isn't ruined from mold or mildew. So this pole broke also, and we tried to rig it and it didn't work. The tent was so structurally bad. I wish I could show you, but it's completely decrepit now. The side of it here, when this tent is up, the side of it, here, let me see if I can kind of pick it up to show you. The side of it, there we go, with the water falling out. The side of it here, there's probably a good foot lip in here, so when the wind blows, it hits the tent right here on the bottom, and then comes up and then pulls this up. So it pulls this whole thing. So as you can see, this gap right here, right there, it's horrible because the wind resistance, it just gives more pull on the wind. So it's not aerodynamic in any way whatsoever. And I'm actually going to show you another tent that we have up in the same yard here that is still up and has no water in it. So yeah, so anyways, didn't work at all. The pole split. Actually, my sister went to help me fix it and got a piece of plastic stuck in her hand. I kid you not, like a sliver of plastic. So yeah, this whole thing fell down. It's got a ton of water in it. We actually, believe it or not, as crazy as this sounds, we actually reinforced it. See these white strings right here? We tied these to the poles because it fell once and reinforced it with 2 white strings. Well, yeah, 2 on each side to pull it down, and here's one right there. Excuse me, buddy. So, yeah, we tried to reinforce it even, you know, after it was broken, and it still just got blown over in the wind. And I think partially because the lip on the side of it is so wide that it doesn't have any aerodynamic potential to withstand the wind or the rain. So the wind and rain last night just completely took it out. And it's not like it was a crazy storm. I mean, it was raining and it was windy, but nothing, you know, crazy. I mean, I'm from Michigan and I'm in Florida now. And look at all the water in here. I mean, it's absolutely wrecked. I mean, this tent, they're literally, this is a friend's tent we're borrowing, and I feel bad about that, but they're literally throwing it away because, I mean, look at this. It's a nightmare in here. It's literally just dripping water. There's about 2-3 inches of water. That mattress is literally floating in that corner. So the water is just, it's just dripping water. So, I mean, the only upside about this tent, and it's not worth buying, I would never buy a Wenzel tent in my life after this experience. The only upside is the tent's big. The downsides are structurally, these poles don't hold anything. I mean, the plastic completely split twice from some wind and rain, and it was set up properly once again, and we fixed it and reinforced it, and it still broke. And even the water potential, like when it was up and standing and everything, water was still getting in the tent very easily. So, hey, do you want to tell them anything more, Haydonopolis?
Okay. It broke.
Yep.
That bad. Just from
That bad.
Just from rain.
Just from rain.
I guess it was a photo last day, but still, this is a wreck.
It wasn't. It was a flood warning. It was a lot of water, I think. But as you can see, everything's dry the next day. We're recording this the day after. There's a little puddle over here. But check this out. So that tent is completely demolished, right? Like literally completely demolished. Yet this tent in this corner, check this out. It's been up the whole time, standing perfectly, and not but 2 or 3 drops of water in it. And of course, it's a Coleman tent. So Coleman has the best waterproof tent rating, so super, I've seen that proof firsthand. I mean, this tent's up the whole time. It's much more aerodynamic. The rain cover goes lower and it's more flush to the tent so that the wind resistance, and this one isn't even tied down too. That's the crazy thing. Whereas this one, I mean, it's completely demolished. I mean, it's a nightmare. So we gotta dry all our clothes out, pull this mattress out. I mean, it's just a wreck. So this is not worth 170, 180 bucks, 190 bucks, whatever it is online. I'd highly recommend avoiding it completely and just not buying it in the first place, because you'll probably be disappointed if you get any wind or rain whatsoever, because it cannot withstand any of it.
Like,
so
look at this.
I know,
It's
look
a
at
wreck.
it. It's literally a wreck. It's awful. Structurally horrible. Poles broke. Rain came through even before it fell down. And then when it fell down, we're like, screw it. I mean, you got 3 inches of water in there. What are you going to do? So now we got to clean up everything, drag it out, and, you know.
If we slept in there, we probably would have drowned from this.
Yeah. If we did sleep in there, we probably would have drowned. I don't even know how Wenzel is still in business. That's 1887? How are you still in business? Like, it's this, all you do is create aesthetically appeasing tents. Oh, here's the shards of plastic, actually. This is what broke from the tent right here. So the pole just split, and then we taped it on both sides, and then it still did not work at all. So anyways, highly recommend avoiding this tent completely. It's going to be a big disappointment, and you're going to have some wind and rain issues ahead of you. So check out Coleman tents, highly recommend those more, and we'll see you in the next video.
Also, you may know me from Haydonopolis.
Oh yeah, Haydonopolis is another YouTube channel. Check that out. Alright y'all. Peace.